the final part of this list. So, number 8 to number 1. We're going to go all the way to number 1 this time. This isn't going to be as long as the top 30 worst rivalries of all time, but we're going to go with number 8, The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The feud started at the Cold Day in Hell in Your House event, which Undertaker won the belt. Honestly, Steve Austin wasn't that red hot until then following year when Steve Austin won the feud technically started at King of the Ring when Stone Cold got screwed by The Undertaker in the first blow match with Kane. When Kane won the WWE Championship for a day, Austin won the belt back on Raw the next night. Undertaker and Stone Cold won the WWF Tag Team Championships at Fully Loaded until they lose it. I think it was 2 days. I think it was a week later at Raw, back to Kane and Mankind. Then they had the match at SummerSlam, which Undertaker asked Kane won that number 1 contenders match. The match at SummerSlam was great. Then they were in a triple threat match, which Kane and Undertaker pinned Steve Austin, and then at Judgment Day, Stone Cold screwed The Undertaker out of the WWF Championship, which was vacated at Judgment Day. You can go watch those reviews. Then the feud continued at Rock Bottom in that Buried Alive match. We're not going to talk about Over the Edge, though. But the next night on Raw, after King Ring 99, Stone Cold won the WWF Championship from The Undertaker. The same thing that he did to Kane. But then they had that first blood match at Fully Loaded, which was freaking amazing. Then the feud would hold it until another year and a half, in 2001, when Undertaker and Kane were the Brothers of Destruction versus the two-man Power Trip. And Undertaker and at the win at handicap, if Steve Austin, he had to pin Steve Austin win the WWE Championship, which he didn't. Then they had the match with Judge Ray and the All Star match, which was freaking amazing. They technically continue into the Invasion in the Survivor Series match, where Stone Cold eliminated The Undertaker, and then their combination was Backlash. So number 8 was The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honestly, had amazing chemistry. Number 7, Triple H versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. The feud technically started at SummerSlam when Triple H crippled Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, another review I did. Triple H won the WWE Championship on a Raw episode, and Stone Cold screwed Triple H out of the WWE Championship against Vince McMahon. Vince was only champion for a day, and the feud continued into Unforgiven when Triple H won the WWE Championship in a 6-match challenge. Steve Austin was the number 1 contender. The match at No Mercy was great. The feud didn't continue. 1 year later, technically at Survivor Series, Triple H had to hire somebody to run down Stone Cold, which was Rikishi. The feud didn't continue until 1 year later at Survivor Series 2000 when Triple H was the one that hired Rikishi to do it. Why would Triple H? Because Triple H will hire anybody because he's damn good. That damn good, sorry. Then they had that match which was ended in no contest. Then they had that Hell in a Cell match, which neither of them won the WWE Championship. Kurt Angle managed to keep the belt. And the feud technically didn't was continuing the Royal Rumble when Stone Cold screwed Triple H out of the WWF Championship. Triple H tried to screw Austin out of the Rumble. Steve Austin won the Rumble. Anyways, then they had the contract signing where there would be no altercations Steve Austin signs the contract. Triple H thinks he signs the contract. Triple H bashes Austin in the skull, and he's saying, paragraph 316 says, "You can't touch me, bitch." Then the match at No Way Out in the 3 Stages of Hell match, which was freaking amazing. I wish Steve Austin should have won this, honestly, but whatever. Steve Austin and Triple H is number 7. Number 6, Chris Benoit and Triple H. Triple H, well, again, Triple H. Actually, he's, oh my god, he's 3 slots there. Anyways, Benoit and Triple H, they had a brief feud in No Mercy 2000, which was a good little match. But their feud in 2004, I'm going to talk about. Benoit won the Royal Rumble match, and we thought he was going for the WWE Championship, but he had a loophole that he could go for the World Heavyweight Championship, in which Shawn was in it, which was the greatest triple threat match in WrestleMania history. Benoit made Triple H submit. The feud continued into Backlash, where Triple H and Benoit met again. I'll tell you when I get to the Shawn feud. Benoit made Shawn tap to the sharpshooter, and then the feud was halted until 1 month later at Vengeance, where Triple H lost to Benoit thanks to Eugene. Yes, you heard me correctly, Eugene. Then their final match was, well, they're not their final match, but they had a match at the Raw in the Iron Man match on Raw, where Benoit won again, thanks to Eugene again. The feud was holding until Survivor Series 2004, when Orton and Triple H were capping teams. Benoit was one of them. Triple H screwed Benoit. Got Benoit eliminated, though. But that was the end of their feud. Well, the feud technically ended at New Year's Revolution, which was won the belt. So that's number 6, Benoit and Triple H. Number 5, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Triple H is on here again. I mean, Shawn came back from a back injury, which Triple H was the one to reveal that he attacked Shawn, because Shawn and I were never best friends. Kayfabe. And Triple H was the one that attacked Shawn Michaels. And Shawn saying, "It was you, Hunter." Triple H saying, "You damn right, it was me, Shawn." Yeah. Then the match at SummerSlam, which was great. They had that Survivor Series, the first ever Elimination Chamber match. Then the Armageddon match, the feud was holding until technically Backlash in that 6-man tag match, which was Triple H, Jericho, and Ric Flair versus Shawn, Booker T, and Kevin Nash. The feud was holding until the final Raw in 2003, when they did the Dusty finish. The feud continued into the Royal Rumble in 2004, where both neither could get up. This will continue until WrestleMania, when Benoit got a loophole and won the world title. He beat them both in 2 triple matches. The feud technically finished at Bad Blood inside Hell in a Cell. They had a match at Taboo Tuesday, but that was technically the culmination of that feud, which was the Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood 2004. So that's number 5, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Number 4, The Undertaker and Edge. Now I know this was a little better than the Batista feud, but yeah, Edge technically beat Mr. Kennedy for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he cashed in on a weakened Undertaker. Rather, Mark Henry technically inducted him into the Hall of Pain. There was a Hall of Pain. Edge cashed in and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. The feud didn't start until Survivor Series, when Edge screwed the Undertaker out of the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge won the World Heavyweight Championship at Armageddon, the following pay-per-view, which he technically didn't lose the belt, technically. Edge, the feud didn't, because Edge would feud with Mysterio. Undertaker was in the 2008 Royal Rumble, which he didn't win, but he won the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Last eliminating Batista. Then the WrestleMania match, which was great. Their match at Backlash was another great match. Their Generators, minus the bullshit finish, that was a good match. Then their One Night Stand match, which was Undertaker's, because Undertaker was going to take some time off anyways. Edge will win the World Heavyweight Championship. Then their culmination was at SummerSlam 2008 inside Hell in a Cell. That was a great culmination to their feud. So yeah, number 4, The Undertaker and Edge, because Edge, the ultimate opportunity struck on the that man. Yeah. Anyways, number 3, Triple H and The Rock. Obviously, they have great matches. Their fully loaded match in '98, minus the finish, that was great. SummerSlam, that was great. The feud didn't hold until '99. and Fully Loaded when they had that Fully Loaded stretch. Again, Over the Edge, we're not going to talk about Over the Edge. Their feud in that Fully Loaded stretch was great. They were in the six-pack challenge. They were in a cage match at Rebellion. Then they were in the triple threat match at Survivor Series. Then their match at WrestleMania 2000, the fourth match. And then they had that great match at Backlash. Then their Judgment Day, the Iron Man match, minus the finish. That was awesome. Then they were in a six-man tag team match where Rock pinned Vince to become the WWF Championship. And obviously their feud technically ended there. So that's number 3, Triple H and The Rock. Number 2, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. I got yet again. Why put this higher than The Rock and Triple H? Well, because in 2006, Kurt Angle left WWE and he went to TNA and he headbutt Samoa Joe. They headbutt her around the world. Then they brought it Bound for Glory. Then they had their first match at Genesis 2006 where Kurt Angle broke Samoa Joe's streak. Then they had the rematch at Turning Point, which Joe won that. Then they had the other match at Final Resolution, which was technically a number 1 contenders match. Kurt Angle won with that match. The feud, they were teammates in the Lethal Lockdown match in 2007. Then they were in the Kingdom Out match at Slammiversary. Then they were teammates in Victory Road 2007 against Team 3D. Oh, Jesus Christ. Then they had the match at Hard Judges where all belts are on the line, where Angle won that match. Then their feud culminated at Lockdown 2008 where Samoa Joe put his career on the line against Kurt Angle's world champion. Samoa Joe will win that match. So yeah, Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, they were supposed to be in a 3 match involving Scott Steiner, but Kurt Angle didn't no-show. So Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe is number 2. Number 1 is obviously Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon. Obviously, to star her around the world, you can kiss my ass. And it's tons Vince in Madison Square Garden. Then Vince said it would be a public relations nightmare if Stone Cold was WWF champion, which that happened at WrestleMania 14. And then Steve Austin gets a way better stunner the night after WrestleMania. Vince tried to screw Austin in the Do Love match at Unforgiven and at Over the Edge. That didn't happen. Then Austin got screwed out of the WWE Championship. Vince saying, "You don't have any more! You don't have any more! It's mine! It's mine!" Then, in a judgment, Vince fires Steve Austin. "Screw you! You're fired!" And then he was fired for a day. And then said, "McMahon 316's matches pissed my pants." The quote that Steve Austin said, "McMahon 316's matches pissed my pants." Then that's where Vince and Shane screw Stone Cold in the Deadly Game tournament. Then they were number 1, number 2 in the Royal Rumble match in '99, which Vince won. Then they had that match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And then the King of the Ring ladder match for the Control WWF. It was a good main event. In their feud, it technically culminated at Fully Loaded when Steve Austin got The Undertaker to lose in the first blood match and let McMahon be gone for 2 months. Yeah. But there you go. There's your top 25. Oh, yeah. They were teaming up in the 2001, though. We're not going to talk about it. Anyways, that's it for the top 25 best rivalries of all time. And for the top 25 best and worst world champions. Bye.